My girlfriend literally told me she wouldn't be with me if I wasn't social. A few years ago, I moved to boarding school, and as I got there, my whole life I'd had bad grades, so I wanted to lock in on that and get bigger in the gym. So what did I do? I completely isolated myself. I worked on that every day. I worked so fucking hard, and I was really happy with myself. But I was moving to a new school, and I didn't put any time into making friends. And after a few months, it got to the point because I was also getting bullied as an outcome of not trying to be social, just being the outcast. And I literally found it so hard to get to sleep. And I would wake up at like 3 a.m. for hours. This was really regular. And then I wouldn't be able to wake up in the morning because once I could finally get back to sleep, I'd be in my dreams. And I would dream about hanging out with my friends from my hometown. And every day I couldn't get out of bed because I didn't want to. I knew it was going to be a shit day where I'm just working my ass off and that's all I do. So the worst part about this is eventually I got overtaken by these guys who were out there socializing and going to parties. Some of them were getting just as good grades and just going to the gym and making a lot of progress. And I was getting bullied. And in my mind, I realized eventually I wasn't working harder. I was just making a stupid trade-off. I was definitely working harder, but I wasn't working smarter at all. And that's when I realized that that was not the right way to live. And that's when I'm going to fast forward to my final year in school when I finally understood this. I had made friends that I'd planned to hang out with them over the holiday and we'd gotten a lot closer. And we're at school and every night we would, at like 5 or 6, we have the school dinner because I was at a boarding school and I would go eat with them and I felt amazing. During this time, I was literally waking up happy as fuck, like working on my channel, going to school all day, working super hard. I was actually getting good grades and I would finish school, I would go play tennis, I would go eat dinner, I would go to the boxing gym, and I was having like an amazing experience of life and I was so proud of myself. Because everything clicks when your friends click. You get better in life and you're so much happier. And even if you're a lazy guy without ambition, your life will still be a billion times better with friends. School will still be easier, everything will be easier. So I'm going to talk about the simple steps you can take, the advice that helped me go from being really awkward to being very social within a few years, after getting bullied, so that you can become social, because I wasn't always naturally social at all. Before I get into that, if you want like a comprehensive guide on being more social, in my Discord, it's free. Click the link in the description and you can see that. It's like a 10-page written guide. And also just subscribe. I have plenty of social skills advice. So the thing that I noticed is that the best case scenario if you're lonely is you're super hardworking and you make a lot of results. But I know some really smart guys, and one of them just went basically aced IB. He knows who I'm talking about. But the thing about this guy, I know he's been working hard for a long time, but he's literally been going and socializing nonstop with our friends for the last few years. He's like the one guy who would go, after his training, he would go talk to random strangers every night. He told me this, that it helped him so much when he was becoming more social. He was spent a lot of time on that. And we were talking about how people neglect that part of their life because they don't think it will actually help them, they don't think you can actually improve in it. But he was proof that you could do that. And then he still went on to do amazing in school and just be like an amazing person that all of my friends respect. Compare that to the guys at school that I know who worked really hard, became lonely, and all they did was study. They didn't even do as well in school as this guy. They didn't have anywhere as many extracurriculars. There's no way that we're going to get into an Ivy League or anything. So that's the first thing that I wanted to say. Your worst case scenario, your best case scenario if you're lonely, is to be super productive and still hate your life. Now I'm going to get into some advice. I remember after school, after the weekend, every Monday, I would go into school and I would always say, yo, how's your weekend? Because I'm not the kind of guy who has a million questions to ask, and no one likes being asked a million questions, right? So I just say, how's your weekend? And the guys at school are tired, and the guy that I would talk to and became good friends with, he'd go, yeah, it was alright, what about you? And I'd just tell a story. Oh, bro, you want to hear a story? And I'm on Saturday and we're hanging out, whatever fun shit I did. Oh, no matter how dumb it is, oh, I played chess. Just talk about a story that you did. If you went to the movies with your parents and you watched this interesting movie and you're like, I had no idea that in the Odyssey movie, it was this, like the deeper meaning behind the cyclones or whatever you can literally think of. It doesn't matter if it's dumb. If you're telling the stories that you actually do, you're gonna make friends who really fuck with you because of that. And it's easier to talk. People will just like you for talking like that because it's really easy to talk to. It's way more interesting. Because you never want to be that guy who only asks questions, bro. Because I know, like, I don't want to be rude, but I know some parents who only ask questions, and it's just, you know how excruciating it is when your teacher's, how are you, and they ask you a million questions that you've heard before. Nobody likes that. It's good, it's chill as an icebreaker, but the ideal is to be telling stories. You know, if you meet a teacher and they're like, so how are you, bro? And I'm like, oh, I'm good, thanks, how are you? And then you say, what are you doing on the weekend? You use the weekend strat. And then they ask, oh, I went to the family. You know how teachers, they're more grown up, they're more mature. They always say, oh, I was with the family, had a barbecue on Saturday. Then it's your turn to say, oh yeah, I think me and my friend, we're low-key playing Minecraft at the moment. And you joke, throw in a little joke. Oh, I did my homework first, and then I played Minecraft all weekend. And still, even though it might not be like the perfect thing you say, it's so much more fun to talk to you. People respect you for that. Like, it's fun to be around. My next piece of advice, I want to tell you about a time I was terrified to do something. I was so unathletic my whole life, but I really love boxing, and I'm really bad, even though I'm not bad anymore. But at this time I was atrocious, and I was so scared to go to this gym because I basically couldn't even do a burpee, bro. So that's like the level of unfit that I was. You know, I got a lot bigger, but I was still very unathletic. I've been unathletic my whole life. So I was terrified to go, but after a few weeks, I brought the courage to go. And honestly, the first session was kind of ass. I was scared, I was anxious the whole time. But at the end of it, I realized like, oh, that was actually, I feel way better now. Like, it was scary as shit, but you know what? That was amazing, bro. I really want to come back. And I kept going, and I kept training hard. It was so hard because I went 5 days in a row. But I rested one weekend, and the next Monday, after a full week of going to the boxing gym, I was so fucking excited to go. It became the favorite part of my day. After 1 week, I found it easy to talk to people. The first few days, I just said hi. It was so hard to speak. I was so out of comfort. I was so nervous. After 2 weeks, I loved it so much. I had some friends. Every time I would go there, I'd leave laughing in an amazing mood. And this is why I really think it's important for you to go find any sports group that you fuck with. You can do this in the gym, but it's not as social as like a sports group, like as a boxing gym, whatever the place you want to go is. So I recommend like a boxing gym in my opinion, because I also wanted to be good at fighting. But if you tried a few of these things and you try them for long enough, you might actually just fall completely in love with them, bro. Like, you might love one of these groups. It might be a chess group, it might be like a geopolitics group, whatever. It might be the favorite part of your week, and then you have a friend from there and you invite him to do something else. I'm gonna get into this. One time I was at the boxing gym, and there's this guy that we always have a good chat, or I always make an effort, and he's a nice person, but he's still very quiet with me. And I just said, yo bro, you want to come to the horse races? Now I know this is more on the degenerate side of things, but I invited him to a social event where you go watch the horse races. It's something you do in Hong Kong. It's a very big social event for people my age. And we went there, and we got so fucking close so quickly because we were both going out. I was telling him about my channel. I was like, you don't need to invite him to a social event. You can invite him to a workout, but whatever. You're going to find so many things you have in common when you hang out. And once you spend a few hours together, you get so much more comfortable with someone so much more quickly. And all of a sudden, you have this super close friend. You can hang out with them more and more. It genuinely, if you're both like good people, you meet them at a sports gym and they're down to come hang out with you, the odds are like very quickly you're going to get very close. Within like 1 to 3 to 5 hangouts tops, especially if you fucked with them at the start. Sometimes I meet somebody and the first hour was awkward, and then I'm super close with them. It's great chats. So obviously this might be hard if you need more advice. And this might seem like a lot that I'm talking about in this video, but I promise you it'll be worth it. And that's why I made this channel, because I want to help people, because I struggle with this social shit. It's not that easy. I'm just giving you the simple steps. If you need more advice, like I give you the simple steps because I want you to just try. Just go to the boxing gym. Just invite somebody to hang out. Actually, as an actionable step, message somebody, any of your friends, or ask somebody from your real life, from your school, your work. Say, hey, you want to go to the gym? Literally, whatever it is that you like doing, or even if you haven't done it before, you say to someone, yo, you want to go for a hike? you suggest an idea, do that today, and if they go, you might make an amazing new friend. If you need more advice, full social skills written guide in my Discord server, and I have plenty of videos on this topic. Subscribe, like, and comment as well if you want to help me, and I hope you have a great day, bro. I believe that anybody can become more social.